Hello everyone. Today I want to make a tier list of some famous liminal spaces. I think I found a tier list on the internet, and I can see some very recognizable images. Over here I made a list of things I'll go through to make a proper tier list or a proper tier of each image. I think often YouTubers start making a tier list, and then they kind of forget how they ranked each picture or each thing, whatever it is. So I want to be very clear about my thought process of each image. I think it's very interesting. If you did not watch my last video, go check that out first, I think, because I will talk about a lot of things that I talked about in that video and use some terms that may not make that much sense in this video. Hopefully it makes sense anyway, because maybe you don't want to watch that video anyway. Perhaps just watch it after this one. Forget what I said. You can just watch this one and watch the other thing afterwards. It's just my personal recommendation to watch the other video first. Hopefully the sound is alright too. My microphone is a bit weird, so sometimes it just peaks out of nowhere. Unfortunately, I cannot see if it peaks or not, so yeah, let's go with the first image. So I'm back again. I made some necessary changes. First of all, now we can actually make the picture bigger. I know the quality may not be the best. I hope it's alright. And I found another tier list with a additional extra tier, because often I think there's too little space between D and S tier. So a lot of things will just go in B and C, and then I feel like S tier will not feel that special. I only want the best, the absolute best, to be in S tier. We don't want all the pictures of chairs in the S tier. With that being said, I think I'll just go ahead and look at the first picture. So here we have something that it kind of looks like a playroom, but at the same time it could easily be like a something in a museum. It is actually, although there's a lot of details and colors and stuff, it's very hard to recognize any sort of culture in this picture. There's not a hint of anything here. This could be in anywhere in the Western world. It could even be in Asia. Is the function easy to recognize? It's actually very hard to recognize what this is for, because this could be a playroom. But that's what are you gonna play with? You can hide and seek, I guess, but it looks very weird. It's not a bowling alley either, or a golf course. Mini golf is what it's called, right? There's no holes here at all. I don't feel like I get a instant strong feeling, because I'm more confused than anything. And at the same time, it's not that familiar either. What I do think it could be though, the houses where you go to where everything is weird. I can't remember the name, unfortunately. But maybe it's sort of that thing, because I cannot, the mirror room, you go to amusement parks and there's mirror rooms and rooms where a room where the staircase goes sideways, so it looks like you actually goes on the roof and stuff like that. That's the best way I can describe this. I don't know if it's an S tier though. It's definitely an A tier. It's so weird picture, and yeah, but it does not give me that strong feeling. So I'll just put an A tier. Yes. Next picture. So this one looks like a golf course, because it looks like there's a hole there, and this is the end, and there's other courses here. I'm sorry for the quality of this picture. I just took every picture and cut it out, and I put it into this program. So yeah, the quality is not the best in the world, and I hope that's alright. We can describe it, see it anyway. Again, it's very hard to recognize where this is in the world. When I say culture, I mean I don't actually know which country this is from. I don't see anything that's like recognizable and sort of that thing. I mean, it's very easy to recognize what this is, I think, because I think this is a golf course, so I kinda know what this room is made for. I think the feeling is kinda the same. I sort of recognize this, but I still don't know exactly if I feel like I've been up to a place like this before. Just because it's inside. I've not been to a golf course that was like inside. I don't think so. Nothing that looks this dark. I think if it was more bright and you could see more of the colors, maybe I would have a stronger feeling towards it. It sort of gives like a uncanny feeling because it's so dark and it's hard to like recognize how everything here works. I mean, I still know this is a golf course, but it's really hard to like pinpoint how the rest of the room looks like. I think the other pictures is a bit more. Yeah, maybe it's also very difficult here. I think I'll put this in. I want to put it in A tier, but I also don't want to put everything in A tier. I think the first picture was a little bit better. This is more uncanny though, because it's like more eerie, I guess you would say. Yeah, I think I'll put this in B tier. The next one is, you probably have seen this one. If you have seen any Liminal Space videos or even backroom videos, I think this is a backroom level, and I also know where this is actually in the world. However, I still will, go with my rules. So, is it recognizable? It's actually very not recognizable because this looks like it's outside, but it's inside because you can see the roof here. And it's very weird to have like windows. I know this is more common because I've seen more places like this where we have like an indoor area that kind of works like in a park, but it's indoor. Not with windows though. This is the only picture I've seen like with windows that points towards the inside. So it's very hard to recognize where it is. The function even is very hard to like, what even is this? If I just saw this picture, now I know it's a hotel because it's a hotel in London. I think it's an airport hotel even. But if I just look at this picture, I will not know this is a hotel, and I'll just be like, is it even real? I will not know if this is real. And I get a very strong feeling because I feel like I've been here before. Like, I've been to places that looks very, there's almost nothing there. It's hard to pinpoint what I actually feel with this picture. I think sort of vacation vibes, because often when I go to vacations when I was smaller, I did not know like what I was experiencing. So everything was like, what is this? What is this? And everything was just kind of weird. And I get the same feeling here. I don't really know what I'm looking at. So yeah, I think this is a S tier. It kind of goes even into like the uncanny and nostalgia. Relaxing, I'm not sure actually. I don't feel relaxed looking at this picture. So this goes to the S tier. Okay, next one. Here we have some coloring. Okay, so this one, I would think this is a like mall, because you have like plants here and you have like a second floor. Very recognizable for malls, and you have like I can't remember what this is called in English, but you know what I mean. It's an empty mall though, and again with malls, it's very hard to know where we are in the world with malls, because they're sort of, they all have their own design, but because they all have their own design, they kind of all look the same in a weird way. Yeah, the function is easy to recognize, I think. I know this is a mall. Is it familiar? The thing is, I've not been to many malls as a kid, so I don't really feel that familiarity at all. Is it real? It's very real. Do I feel a strong feeling towards this? Not really, actually. I think the color is I don't know, the color doesn't really appeal to me that much. It's dark though. If I was in this mall alone, I would probably be spooked. But no, actually I don't feel that strong feeling towards it. I think I'll give this a C tier. Oh, here we have like I don't know if this is a famous picture, but yeah, we can't really recognize where this is in the world. I mean, the function is, I get a strong feeling towards this, because the thing is, it's recognizable, but it's like set in a unrecognizable circumstance, because I've never been to a playroom after the closing hours. So seeing this place after the dark, it's very weird to see this. This is a definitely A tier, I think. Maybe even S tier. Maybe I will rank it a bit higher later, but I don't want to put everything S tier. Okay, sorry for the quality here, it really shows. First I thought this was a parking lot, but why would it have all these different colors if it's just a parking lot? It could be an airport, but even the roof seems a bit low. I don't know. This is very hard to... I can't really say what this is for. It's some sort of hallway, but I don't know. I really don't know what this is. Does it feel familiar? Not really. I don't feel familiar with this picture. Is it real? Well, I would think it is real. Yeah, it probably is real. The lighting feels natural in an unnatural state, because it's like, it's not natural lights. It's what do you call it? Not artificial lights, but yeah, lights from lamps. Cold light. I get some sort of strong feeling towards this, because it's so weird. I would not like to be here. Like, I will be like completely lost. I get really feeling of being lost and don't know where I'm going. And you know, when you don't know where you're going and you don't know what you're looking at, it's that is spooky, man. Yeah, I think this is a 80 as well, actually. Next one. This one is, I don't know if it's a famous picture, but I've seen it many times, so I would think that. The first thing, I get a really strong feeling towards this, again, because like the other picture here, I have been actually to a pool place after the dark, where you can see like the windows and it's like nighttime. But the thing is, it's hard to see here, but there's a lot of chairs here. And there's just something about chairs and being there alone that is very unnerving for me. Because it's like, it feels like you could like look the other way and look back again, and one of the chairs has like slightly moved. I think, is it Stephen King that like mentioned that terror is like when you don't know that like your entire street has been like rebuilt, looking like the same thing again. It's like everything is the same, but everything has like been replaced. And I get the feeling here, it feels like maybe not necessarily replaced, but it just gives this unnerving feeling, because I feel like there's something not natural about this. And the light does not help. Like, again, there's almost nothing here. Almost empty, but it's like this fish or whatever this is. Is it even, can you go through here? Don't know if there's like a hole you can like scrub through for kids. I think the pool is a bit too deep to be like a kid's pool, but I'm not sure. But yeah, it gives this unnerving feeling. Is it a S tier? For me, I feel like this could be an S tier actually, because I feel so strongly about it. Okay, here is the first picture we very fast can pinpoint is not real. Again, there's very little detail and there's like a rainbow. It gives the feeling of like relaxing, but like it just feels unnatural because there's so little detail. So it's like it feels calming, but because we look at it in a certain way, like we start to recognize that it looks very unnatural, and then it gives like an unnerving feeling. I guess if my grandma looked at this, she would probably not feel unnerving at all. She would be like, oh, that's a rainbow, and it's like, looks pretty nice. I'll just be like, this so little detail and it looks bland. Like the colors here of the house is, why would you build a house that looks this bland? It's kinda a old style of house, I would say, but like in a set built with like a modern color scheme, because there's a lot of houses that just like have two different colors and it's black and white often. Here it's like brownish and kind of gray, and it's right here. The colors around the house makes the house appeal more. You just easily can see there's no detail. Is it a S tier, A tier? I'm not sure. Now I'm a bit afraid that I'm gonna put too many things in A tier. I think this is A tier, however. It's my tier list. I can put whatever I want. This could be a mall. There's a really big gap here, so it looks like a shop here, and the exit or whatever this is, it looks like there's an exit sign there maybe, and like a door. So I would say it is a mall. So it is recognizable in that Tom of Ray, but again, we don't know where we are in the world. It could be anywhere. Slightly unrecognizable. A strong feeling towards it? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I feel strongly about it. It feels familiar because, yeah, we got a bench and a few plants. Like, often, I don't know if say often, but one of the things I always recognize is like where I can sit and plants. Like the details around the mall, if I've been to a mall. Often because it's hard to get a seat in a mall because, yeah, so many people. Yeah, I'll put this in B tier, I think. Also the lighting here, the light here is very, very cool. Because it gives this very unnerving feeling. Because it's so unnatural. I put this in B tier. Next one is also like one of the pool rooms here. Yeah, with pool rooms, it's like impossible to like recognize where we are in the world. I mean, the function is weird here, right? Because you have like this staircase up that goes to, I don't know, it's very dark. And there's like a window or just a hole with unnatural light. And we have this very dark and not that, I don't know, it just seems too thin so we can go through. I don't know where I put this. It's not a bad picture at all. I just don't feel very strongly about it. It's a very nice picture, you know. This is art, but I don't feel that strong towards it. So C tier for me. Here is a very unrecognizable but famous picture. Sorry again for the quality here. This is kind of the opposite of the other picture because the other picture was very relaxing. There's still some unnerved because I couldn't see everything. But here it is very unnerving because everything here just seems wrong. Like it seems very old, and that this weird, do we call it pipes or kind of pipes with water going through. That's like I've seen this many times in pools and stuff, but these just looks very weird. And the water is green. Here it's very clean and looks nice, but here it just looks green. Oh, it's Gremlins. If you've seen Gremlins, they put like the Gremlins in the water and like they reproduce, and it kind of looks like this. It looks very unnerving. I don't know. There's not much to say actually. It's just it feels so weird and wrong. I would very much not like to be here. It feels very claustrophobic because it feels like the wall is right here. Like it's very hard to actually understand how this room operates, so to speak. It feels like the wall will go right here. Like here it looks like the wall is right next to the pool. I guess there would be some sort of door over here or something. But yeah, it's very weird. There's a door there, but or something, at least. Yeah, it's very weird. I think it could be an S tier actually, just because it's so weird to look at. Oh, here we have one of those very nostalgic with like colors and stuff. Here it's very hard to understand if this is if it is real, then it's very weird, and I very much want to see this area. There's a car there though, so it's not completely empty. It's kind of unnerving because every house kind of looks like the same, and it looks like it just goes on forever. I would guess this is the United States, but I'm not sure. It does not look like something that would be in Europe. Yeah, an A tier. This is a video game. I think it is I don't think this is from Super Mario 64, but it looks very liminal because you have this clouds and trees as wallpaper, and you have like chest, roof, and red carpet. So it's very strong colors and contrasts. Actually, I have had many dreams of Super Mario 64 just because I felt like the game was... That was before I knew what liminal or nostalgia was. I mean, I did not feel nostalgia for it because I was playing it as a kid by then, but I always thought the rooms were so weird, and in my dreams I always dreamt about there being a new room or new level or something. And that was very uncanny because often it was like a very spooky area, you know. Just because that it shouldn't be there, right? It's the feeling of it shouldn't be there. There shouldn't be an extra door just in my game suddenly. However, I don't feel strongly about this. Even though I just mentioned all the dreams and stuff I had towards it. It's not a bad picture, it's very good, it's very well made, but I'm gonna put it in C tier. This looks so weird. The real version, kinda. Like, I could understand this if this was like a wallpaper for a room or something. But now I get the feeling that this maybe could be like a hotel or a restaurant or something where they made this. If it was a hotel, it would be like the staircase up to rooms, and if it was like a restaurant, maybe it would be the staircase up to a toilet or something. Yeah, it's very hard to recognize what even this is. Like what is this made for? It's not familiar at all to me. Even though it's such a good picture, and I can understand if someone would put this in S tier, I'm gonna put it in B tier because I just don't. Almost too weird to be like something I would feel like I've seen. And now we have the bare minimum. The absolute bare minimum. I mean, no question about it, it's very liminal. But I don't think this is a good picture at all. Like, it's not a very appealing image, so to speak. Actually, I know I've not listed how great I think the image is by itself, but I just don't think this is a good representation of liminal space, because here's just a wall with 2 windows. I mean, it's kind of weird that this window seems bigger and this one is only half size. But I think this is the first D tier. And here we have a, I guess, very recognizable image. You know, there's no question about it. This is a hotel. I mean, it could be like a big office, but it just seems too narrow for way too long to be an office space. Yeah, it is recognizable, but this hotel could be anywhere in the world, of course. I don't get a strong feeling towards it. It's real, and here's the thing. I think this hotel hallway pictures is overrated. I don't think they're that creepy to me. I mean, it's more creepy to actually be there than see pictures of hotel hallways. It's just that it has to be very, very perfect in order for me to feel like it is better than any other picture of just a hallway in a hotel, because this just looks like any other hallway I've seen. Of course, the quality of the image cannot be criticized because it's, yeah, I'll give it a D tier. Again, sorry for the quality. This one I have seen a couple of times before. I don't know if this will be like considered a famous liminal space picture, a classic. For me, it is a classic. I think this is either a theater or because of the patterns on the, or not even the patterns necessarily, but just the carpets, the carpets and how the room looks like. These chairs, again, it gives this unnerving feeling, especially because I cannot see what's in here. I don't know, if I had a better picture I would be able to see if there's more chairs. If there was just chairs stacked here, it would be very unnerving. But it is a very unnerving picture, just because, again, the quality makes it more unnerving, of course, in the dark. Chairs here, it looks so weird. It looks like there's, you build your own story, your own horror story about like, why was this place left and why are these chairs here? I don't know. For me it would be an S tier, but just because I feel like I could talk so much about how this, like the story behind this picture, without actually being there. Bad quality of the picture, but a picture I've seen many times. I mean, there's no question about it. The person who took this picture knew what they were doing. I think I'm gonna put this in D tier, not because it's a bad picture or anything, just because I I cannot really put a story towards this picture at all, or I don't get a really strong feeling either. It's a very nice picture, no doubt about it. This one, it feels illegal to actually rank it. It's the backrooms picture, alright, and I feel like in this tier, I don't feel like I want to talk too much about it, just because I think the things that have been said about this picture. This kind of reminds me of a trip to Iceland, actually. It was very empty and was very dark. Do I feel so strongly about it? Not necessarily, actually. It's easy to recognize what it is, but it's also impossible to know where it is. I've seen this, so it is either a cold state of the United States, or it's a B tier for me. Yeah, B tier, I think. Oh, this one. This one is kind of the feeling I get when, like I talked about earlier, the thing I think Stephen King mentioned, that the terror that everything has been replaced. I feel strongly towards this picture. Here's the thing, it's kind of recognizable in sense I feel like this could be like a village in a East European place, just because I get kind of the Half-Life 2 vibe, City 17 vibe. If you ever played Half-Life 2, I get this kind of feeling here. I think maybe this even is a underrated S tier. I think this is a very good image because it captures a lot of things that I think Liminal Spaces try to convey. It looks like Minecraft with like a texture pack. It looks like a video game or something in the lines of that. Before I thought it was a very bad picture, but I actually think it's a bit better now. It looks like a painting, you know. It's very hard to recognize what the function here is. Yeah, I think this is a tier. It looks very weird. Yeah, I think this is slightly better than the image of the hotel hallway. Just because, I don't know, really, I just think the light is a bit darker. It feels like it's closed hours, like it feels like an office after closed hours. And there's also like doors here. Not really this door, but this looks like there's a hallway here as well, and you can't really see if there is a hallway here or not. Is this a door? It gives unnerving feeling because there's many questions to be asked. I get a semi-strong feeling towards it. I'm also getting a bit tired and dizzy, so maybe that's the reason for talking too much. I'll give this C tier. I instantly recognize this. This is from the music video of Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley. Just because I know this is a music video, I know this is not a real place, but like a setup. Like, what do you call it? I can't remember what it's called, but you know, they built this. I mean, I get the picture, I get the image. Yeah, I think this is very hard to rank. Because I know what it is. But if I just look at the picture without having like watched the Rick Astley music video, I'll be like, what is going on here? When I start to like question how the layout is, like, what is this and why is there nothing here? And then it looks like it's inside here, right? So it's like, what is going on? A tier for me. I think I'll go with an A tier. Alright, this one is very good. This is clearly inside, and it's so weird. So I don't know if of all these houses are like rooms you live in, or if this is a because I've been to places where you make like the inside look like the outside, but that specific place was just like the main center of everything. There was like a playroom, and in the other area there was like where you can, what do you call it? Not ski, but you can like, what do you call it? What do you call it? Not roller skating, but like roller skating on ice without the rolls, if you know what I mean. There was a place like that, and there was like a big, not pool room, but like a water park inside this place, and each area had like a place for that. And this, if this was the same place, this was like kind of the hub of everything. It's a very good picture because it's very like hard to understand how this works. It sort of feels familiar because I've been to not this exact place, but I've been to places outside with these kind of houses. So it feels very weird this inside suddenly. I would definitely go here if I could, because it looks very chill and it looks like you go on an adventure. It could give me that feeling of being a child again, just walking around and be like, what is this, what is this, you know. For me, this is definitely an S tier. Alright, next one. Is this like canoes or something? I don't think this is a, what do you call it, storage area. Because it looks like everything is on shelves. I think the storage area is maybe here, maybe, or something. Something like that. I think it's a beach here. It's kind of the same with the other picture of a grocery store, I feel like. It's unnerving because I'm not sure what I'm looking at even though I know it's some kind of shop. See, this one gives me like, it gives me like a horror game vibe. I think this, oh shit, everything, oh no, Matrix is happening. You seen the Matrix? Okay. It looks like a store that's closed, right? And it looks like every store is closed here, but why we have this narrow road that goes around it? It's very unnerving in that sense. It's very unrecognizable. It kind of gives me the Asian vibe, because like some sort of Chinatown where you have this a lot of street food and stuff like this, but not in this narrow sense. I mean, this is a place where you get stabbed. Yeah, I'm not sure how this functions. I know this is a shop and it sort of is recognizable in the sense that I came up with like, this could be like a place in Chinatown or something like that. Definitely S tier for me. Or this one is very, very cool, because you have this very weird architecture that is, I mean, it looks very cool, but it's very unnecessary. And it looks like this should be like a clock, but it's just a light ball or something. And it just goes on forever, it looks like. And like we have this design over here, we have a totally different design over here. And we have like the chess floor and nothing here. I mean, it's very well made, I think. Whoever made this design. But it looks very unnerving, I'm sorry to say. Whoever made this, it looks very unnerving at night. And, you know, I would call it a mall, but why would there be nothing here then? Why we have this big empty space? It's not like there could be a shop here. Maybe there could be like a stand here with like a person selling hot dogs or whatever. I mean, there could be some chairs here, maybe. But, yeah, there's many questions to be asked. It's like, it feels unreal. I think I've seen this picture a few times before even. Yeah, it's very, very cool. It's a S tier again, it's just so weird. Yo, this one is very famous. This is a classic. This is a classic Liminal Spaceman. This is cool. This is very, very cool. Try to come up with a story with this image. But this looks like something that could be like at a water place, a water park. But then there's a staircase up. And it kind of looks like an airport. I would very much like to go here. You know, the music that would fit this. There's this one track from Half-Life 2 when you go like into the sewers. It kind of gives me that vibe. It gives me like an unnerving vibe. But because it's so weird and it's like in water and stuff, I kind of want to go there too. Imagine if you walked here, right? Somehow you ended here, and you suddenly just hear like water splashes coming towards you. That would be like the most unnerving thing ever, right? It would be like the thing from, that's like the monster from Amnesia, right? Where that's like follows you through the water. Amnesia, not Amnesia. That's the thing. Definitely an S tier. This one, whoever took this image, very, very nice. The light, like there's light from here and light from there. It looks very weird. It's hard to recognize how this, like, what is this made for? It seems like there's something here, like a long hallway or something here. It's just a feeling that there could be something hiding here that's very unnerving. Again, I can't really tell you exactly where this is. Like, this could be an office, this could be like a school. It's a easy A tier for me. I mean, it looks like something from Five Nights at Freddy's, right? It looks like something from the 80s. However, is this a cinema, right? And this looks so weird. There's like something here again. It's the same with this picture. It's unnerving that there's like a hallway, something here. Like there's a big door here, and it looks like there's a door here. So, and maybe movies. So maybe this is a cinema, and maybe this is a place where you can buy candy or something. Buy your tickets. I don't know. I'm not sure. It looks very weird. Definitely a A tier. Oh wait, another playroom. This one is like, it's still unnerving because it looks like it's at night, right? There's something that gives me the night vibe. It's definitely empty. However, I don't think it's as good as the other pictures. I'm getting a bit tired, so I just want to go through them a bit faster now. I don't think I have anything to say to this one other than B tier. This is a bit more unnerving again because I don't know. And for some reason this slide over here reminded me of something from the past. The water patterns here, you know, when I was a kid I always like wondered why everything was like wavy when you looked at it, right? When you look at water, everything looks wavy. It's just how this looks like, right? It gives me nostalgia. The roof is just so high, it looks very weird. It's definitely a B tier for me. So I think this is a better image than this one. It kind of looks the same actually. It's almost the same. The reason why I think this is better is because like there's something here. It's like the hallway goes here, of course. But the windows look so weird. It looks like it's like a jail cell almost. And everything is pink. It gives a very weird feeling. I don't know if the light like makes everything pink. Like these windows look like something I've seen like in a different country when I was smaller. Definitely B tier for me. Alright. This one is not that unnerving actually. I think the reason is because it's pink. So it gives this happy feeling. It looks like an album cover actually. A vaporwave album. I don't feel that strongly towards it. I think it's a very good image. So I put it in C tier just because I don't really feel anything. Not because it's a bad image or anything. This one is the same deal as the water image. Where is it? This one. It's the same deal. Is this just an abandoned school or what happened here? An earthquake maybe? It just looks like it goes on forever and ever and ever. There could be something here, but there's nothing here at all. Like, I don't know. I don't understand this. This is a definitely A tier. It looks like a place I would not like to be lost in. I think this is an art museum. And my voice is getting shit now. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't feel that strongly towards it. It's a great image, no doubt. It sort of gives me the pool room vibes. C tier, I would say. Or another mall, I think. I would put it in the same deal as the other mall picture. I don't really have much to say, actually. So C tier will be. And I think the last one is also a mall. I think this is even a bit better because now I get the 80s vibe. And these chairs, the chairs, always the chairs, right? It gives me the feeling that I've walked around for a while and get lost and everyone's just gone. Definitely B tier. It's a very great image. It's a very, very great image. So that is it. I hope you could enjoy this video and thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and smash that subscribe button and all the things that the cool kids say, right? I'm going to Japan not so far, so I'm not sure how things are gonna work. But yeah, see you around.